Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. Hope everybody has had a great weekend. I just wanted to get out and take a quick spin. No real particular place to go, just to get out. Nice and sunny again. We've had a great weekend here. Beautiful weather. I did get a chance to clean up the bikes this weekend, which I think I posted a quick video of, and do a good bit of yard work and some relaxing, which is nice actually. My daughter is home from college this weekend and is at home hanging out with a friend that came over and spent the night. So I thought I'd get out and do a quick spin around the hood just for fun and to enjoy. Out on the trusty Speed Twin here, my favorite fun bike to ride. Again, I hope everybody had a great weekend and you had some nice weather like what we have had here in the south. Although yesterday I think it was about 90 or 91, so we've gotten a little bump up in the heat. Again, fake fall lures you into thinking it's going to be cool, and then it was downright hot yesterday. Did get a chance to catch up on some of my favorite YouTube motorcycle folks yesterday, and it was nice to catch up on what some of them are doing. One of the channels that I really like is the All Year Motorcyclist, and one of the things I like about his channel, of course he does a lot of good cool bike reviews, but one of the best things I like is the bike nights that he goes to, and the amount of really cool bikes that tend to show up at those bike nights. That's not really a thing here in the US, or at least not that I know of. We're in the area where I live, and I've been riding for 20 something years. But the thing I like the most is the amount of classic bikes that people keep on the road over wherever he's located in the UK. Just the fact that people are dedicated to keeping those bikes running. You don't see, number one, you don't see a lot of classic bikes here. You don't really even see a lot of modern classics around where I live. A lot of Harleys, a lot of sport bikes. A fair number of BMW GS's, but that's, and then of course, you know, tons and tons of Harleys. So that's kind of the portfolio of bikes that I see around here on my daily commute, and even out on the weekends, with probably 90% of those, maybe 80% of those being Harleys, 10% being sport bikes, and then the other 10% being kind of an adventure type touring bike. So I love to see the bike nights that the All Year Motorcyclist puts on his channel. With this little girl in the back. That doesn't seem very safe. Anywho, I do like to tinker valve adjustments, you know, kind of really basic top line stuff, but like tearing down an engine, rebuilding, doing rods, pistons, valves, replacing that, like all that kind of stuff really fascinates me, but I've never done it before. So I remember when I used to own some older Land Rovers. I had a 1967 right-hand drive 109 and two 1956 Series 1s, and there was a group somewhat local that would get together maybe once a month and have a garage night where we had a local guy here that worked specifically on Land Rovers, and he would let us bring our trucks in and help us, you know, diagnose or walk through a repair or replacement, which was a lot of fun. You know, I got to learn a lot about those trucks. That's really mostly what I drove for 10 or 15 years for Land Rovers. Really liked them, but once I had kids, I had to get rid of some of them. That just didn't seem like it made a whole lot of sense to have 2 or 3 old Land Rovers in various states of running and repair around the house. And then we moved out from the country to a neighborhood, which then I had no space to put them. So season of life. I'd love to find an older one now, but golly gee whiz, they're so expensive, and people have gone to great lengths to do frame up restorations on them, and now they want, you know, $30,000 for a, you know, 60s era series truck. What's funny to me is the amount of four-wheel drive trucks that they sell, and the amount of four-wheel drive trucks that you see on the road just where I live, which is in the south. So lots and lots and lots of trucks jacked up, four-wheel, huge monstrosity things, probably never been in four-wheel high or low. And so they're selling more and more and more of these trucks, but there's less and less and less places to go and actually go four-wheeling. And here in the south, we get little to no snow. Maybe once a year we get a couple of inches. We do probably get more ice than snow, and as anybody knows, four-wheel drive ain't worth a shit on ice. It doesn't matter, but people still try it. So I'm like, well, that just means you have four wheels spinning instead of two, so not really super helpful. So no real particular place, just kind of wandering. Really cool weather. It seems like it's going to be another hot one today based on temperature when I came out to get on the bike. So seems like the weekends go by so fast, and then on Sunday's kind of the dread day. Feel pretty good up until lunchtime, 1 o'clock, and then you kind of start thinking about all the stuff that you've got to do at work, in the office on Monday, and that kind of puts a damper on the rest of my day, to be honest, and I kind of dread it. Go this way. say the one nice thing about where I live out in the country is there's lots of relatively curvy roads out in the country with not a ton of traffic that I can easily pop on and make a nice little loop and have fun with a little bit of twisty roads. And the Speed Twin loves these roads and loves the mountain roads as well, but I think like cruising around 45 or 50, this bike is just, that's its perfect zone. Like again, I am not a super hardcore fast rider, so cruising around on back roads with a few twisty turns at 45 or 50 I think is a great spot for me personally. I can enjoy kind of the surroundings. So I think I said something yesterday about going to the dealership. Obviously, I didn't make it there. Just not really worth the time when you can't go and ride a bike. But that's in the previous video. So yesterday I was hanging out at home doing yard work, cleaning up the bikes. The GS was absolutely disgusting after commuting all week in the rain. So she needed a wash and some love and care. Checked the oil, made sure tire pressures were where they needed to be, cleaned her up, did some detailing. Here we go. Got a big construction project going on over there. And over here, huh? This road is part of my commute and coming home, and there's typically little kids in this house right here, and they always come out when they hear my bike coming by and wave. Kids are cool. Get back home and then work on some videos. I've got a good bit of editing to do that I did not. I was hoping yesterday, like after my ride and my work, I could feel like I wanted to get some editing done, but it did not turn out that way. Terrible curve. So I want to show you guys this house, and hopefully I don't get shot, but this is the coolest old house. Somebody used to keep up the yard, and there's a no trespassing sign there, but I'm just really curious about the history of that house, because this road that I'm on is really, I mean, as you can see, it's in terrible shape, but It's really kind of a would be a back country road, kind of back in the day. So this house would have been out in the middle of nowhere. Really, up in 20 years ago, there was not a whole lot out where I lived except pastures. I'm curious to know who owns it, how long it's been there. I've always wanted to go in it, but with a no trespassing sign and the way people are with guns around here, I don't particularly feel like getting shot, to be honest. Maybe I'll ask my in-laws who have lived around here most of their life if they know who owns that house. There's another house too on my commute to work that is kind of on a back cut through road that has obviously been there for a long time, and the family I think that owns the farm next to it keeps it up, and I'm just dying to I almost stopped one day at the big farmhouse to ask if they owned it and if they would mind me just taking a look and taking some pictures of it, but it seems like whenever I do, I'm always kind of mindset of getting home, so it's on my list. Alright, well, I'll leave you guys off here. My house is just right over there, so we'll cut it out here, and I hope everybody has a great Sunday and a good start to your week.
Right.